Findings have been released from a 2-year Vatican investigation into a disgraced ex-cardinal. A church trial found Theodore McCarrick guilty of sexually abusing minors, and he was defrocked by the Vatican last year. The report found a series of high-ranking church members downplayed or dismissed reports about McCarrick. That includes Pope John Paul II. McCarrick was promoted to Archbishop of Washington anyway, then Cardinal in 2001. However, the report does not place blame on current Pope Francis, saying he had no documentation of the allegations until 2017. The Survivors Network of those abused by priests say the report feels more like an extensive retelling of McCarrick's crimes. They find fault in failing to name lower-level officials that likely knew what was happening.
It shows to me that the church is willing to lay the blame of these problems at the feet of dead men and people in the past and say, well, there's nothing more we can do, when I don't think that's true.
SNAP says the report shows that reporting abuse to church officials is not working. Instead, they want survivors to go to the police.
That's one of the few things that church officials have refused to do. They continue to believe in these internal investigations, that allegations need to come to bishops. When it's clear, if 4 bishops were willing to lie about the extent of McCarrick's crimes to Pope John Paul, who's to say that's not going to happen again?
SNAP hopes that this story shows survivors who have not come forward that they will be believed. The organization can offer help with the support system.
It has made the unknowns that are inherent to the divorce process that much harder.
Well, it's no secret that divorce, it is rarely easy, a process made even more complicated during a pandemic. Attorneys say for months they have seen an uptick in calls. As Amanda Brandeis shows us, programs created to help families navigate divorce are expanding to meet the need.
There's no playbook on divorce.
I started feeling miserable in my marriage. The level of conflict in our relationship had increased a lot.
With 2 small children, Nikki Bruno filed for divorce, unaware of just how traumatic and painful the years-long conflict would be.
Financially, certainly emotionally. I mean, the process almost broke me.
And when the pandemic forced cities into lockdowns, she felt for anyone going through the process now.
When the amount of tension was thicker than I can even describe to you. If we had been in quarantine at that time, I feel like something would have blown up.
Really hard thing to do alone. And through COVID, it makes it tremendously more difficult because all the other stresses and burdens of losing jobs or dealing with the kids at home, 24 hours a day, educating them.
Bob Vona is co-founder of Vesta, a company created by people touched by divorce to help others through the complex process.
Where they can be empowered to make sound, rational, healthy decisions before they sign on the dotted line of their divorce.
With hubs around the country, their divorce professionals provide free education with teams made up of attorneys, realtors, financial advisors, parenting coaches, and therapists. Bruno attended one of the events 5 years ago.
I felt relieved. Really, the primary emotion was that I felt relieved. And I also felt a little bit more grounded and a little bit more powerful because of the information.
So the hub does 1 divorce boot camp a month.
Vesta moved its platform online during the pandemic and has seen a spike in clients, 4,500 so far compared to 1,500 this time last year. Because professionals pay a fee to be on the Vesta team, events are free for attendees. Many end up hiring a professional that fits their needs.
Attorneys from coast to coast, from Massachusetts to California right now, are estimating it that if you're going through divorce right now and you're brand new to the separation process, it's a minimum of 2 years before you're going to get through the divorce process.
Like it or not, divorce is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to start over.
Bruno's divorce inspired her to switch career paths.
It's a gift of renewal.
Pivoting from a leadership coach to a divorce and empowerment coach. She says divorce doesn't define a person, and with work, it's possible to come out better on the other side. In Los Angeles, I'm Amanda Brandeis reporting.